What's up? What's up? What's up, man? What's good, everybody, man? Hopefully you hear me nice and clearly. Who we got in the house today, man? I forgot to type it in there, but I might type it in there. Go ahead, shout your city out in the chat, man. I want to know who up in here. You know what I mean? That's for real. I see everybody getting in here. Make sure you hit that like button as you get in here. And, man, we got some stuff to talk about today, man. It's been a long week. And a big portion of the week has been focused on, for the most part, the whole hip-hop community on this Nipsey Hussle situation, man. Or should I call it the Wack 100 Hassan Campbell situation? You know what I mean? What up, everybody? What up, Wilmington, Delaware? I see you. What's up? What's up? What's up? You hear me loud and clearly. That's what's up. Everybody, as you get in here, hit that like button. What up, AZ King? I see you, dog. Chirac in the house. What's up, man? We're going to be talking about Lil Jay at the very end. We're going to spend a long time talking about all the events that took place this week as far as this Wack 100, Nipsey Hussle alleged tape, Hassan Campbell, all that craziness. You know what I'm saying? Dallas, Texas in the house. I see you. 407. What up? What up, man? What up, 407? St. Louis, Missouri. I see you. Melbourne, Australia. What's up? I see the 205 Alabama. What's up, man? Hey, as y'all come in here, make sure you hit that like button. Hit the like button so they can send out those alerts so we can get this discussion going. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a lot to talk about today, man, as far as this Nipsey Hussle situation. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest. I mean, I'm already getting started. But, man, before I, finish my shout-outs, I was a little taken back by the news, about the alleged tape and all that, man. I ain't even know how to handle it. What up, Valdosta? What up? What up, AZ King? I see you. 334. What's up, 334? Zimbabwe in the house. What's up, man? Straight from Africa. I see you. What up? South Central Los Angeles in the building. What's up, man? 334. Where is that? That's somewhere in Alabama. I know for a fact. You know what I mean? Y'all do me a favor. If you're in here right now, just so they can start sending out my alerts so everybody knows and we can get the show started, go ahead and hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. Dallas, what's up? Far Rockaway, I see you. Roughport, Mississippi, I see you. Miami, I see you. The 305, I need some of that Miami in my life right now. The 314, I see you. To the 214, I see you, Zimbabwe. I got you. I see the 334. I see Lithonia, Georgia, what's up? The 662, Mississippi, what's up? East Point, what's up? Okay, the 404, what's up? Opelika, the 305, what up? Checking in. I see the 407 checking in, what's up? Okay, we see the 317. Got Baltimore in here. Got Boston in the house. What's up, man? Alabama in the house. Naptown, get them in right now because we ain't going to be on this long because we got a lot to talk about, man. And a lot of clips to play. I'm talking about a lot, man. I loaded up a lot of clips. Alabama, what's up? Naptown, what's up? Roughport, Mississippi, I see you. 228. Detroit in the building. What's up, Baton Rouge? What's up? Smoke from New York. Okay, I see you. 55th Street in the building. What's up, man? Okay. 334, I see you. 757, Virginia, I see you. Hit that like button like AZ King said. It is free. Everybody make sure if you're in here right now, you hit that like button. Tuskegee, I see you. Yeah, what Terrell Wilson said too, man. 317, what's up? The 313, what's up? Yeah, likes are free. So, man, go ahead. What does the one dude say? Hook a brother up, man. Hit that like button. Hit that share button, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit that like button and hit that share button. Share this to everybody. ATL in the building. I see you, 313 and the 317. 407, Kissing Me, Florida. What's up? Bunch of gators and oranges, huh? 617, I see you. Tuskegee, what's up, man? I see you, Tuskegee. What up, Baton Rouge? The 225. All right, I see the 314 in the chat. What's up? Meridian, what's up? Is that Meridian, South Carolina? Meridian, Mississippi. Where you at? Detroit, gotta be in the building. What's up? San Diego, I see you. All right, we got Birmingham in this. And then I see who else we got. Few, my boy, SNTV. Hashtag, okay. Okay, Louisville in the house, the 502. Hashtag free SNTV. Huh, who's SNTV? I'm wondering. You know what I mean? I ain't up on game. 318 Shreveport, what's up? 803 Columbia, South Carolina. Man, the baby was just there in South Carolina, right? In Columbia. Is that where the alleged incident took place backstage, man? Between him and Wisdom? I don't care what y'all say, man. It looked like Wisdom was about to give baby the business, man. You got to stay in your weight class in certain situations, you know what I mean? DC in the building. I see you, DC. 5200 Stemway. What's up, man? What up, DC? So we got Chicago in the house again. 412 Pittsburgh. I see the 315. Okay, man. Everybody do me a favor. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. And, man, let's talk about what we're going to talk about. So today, we are going to talk about this whole Nipsey Hussle situation. And I'm talking about from square one. Now, I'm going to be honest. I was a bit skeptical about all this, man. I'm going to be real. Because, it just seemed to blow up so fast. And it was so much information and a lot going on at the same time. So I just started collecting data, watching things as they played out, and just started to form my own opinion about this whole situation. You know what I mean? Street News TV. Okay, I'll check in and see on that. I'll see what's up with that. I see you 315. What up? What up, Detroit? I see you. St. Louis, I see you. But, man, do me a favor. Make sure y'all hit that like button because we're about to go into it, man. We about to get it officially started. Keep it official like a ref with a whistle, and here we go. Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. And welcome everybody to this live, man. Now, to be real, you already know what we're going to be talking about today. And I'm going to be going on a tangent for a while. So everybody do me a favor and make sure you show love to that like button and make sure you keep them likes up, keep them way above engagement and all that, right? But man, we got to talk about this Nipsey Hussle situation. So for those of you who don't know, earlier this week, man, there was a podcast it was a show that DJ Academics was hosting on his podcast, I believe, which is like on Spotify or something like that. And they had several guests on the panel. Two of those guests being Hassan Campbell, very, popular YouTuber and podcaster out here. The other being Wack 100. Now, Wack 100 and Hassan Campbell somehow have managed to make this a Wack versus Hassan Campbell battle for all to see, man. I mean, this is really a thing. Like, these cats is going at it. Back and forth. And it even went and reared its ugly head when DJ Academics tried to invite them back onto his platform. I think he was going live or either he was on Twitch stream or something. And it even got worse. I'm talking about they was going at each other's necks. They was trying to see how disrespectful they could be to the next person with each diss. And Wack 100, he cuts deep, man. And so can Hassan Campbell. Let's be real, man. So these two are evenly matched when it comes to the verbal sparring skills. And both of them have been going at it ever since that podcast. Now, what made things go awry? Now, my biggest estimate, or like I said, I've been watching this whole thing play out all week, and I wanted to talk about it today. But what I gathered from all the videos that I watched, from all the stuff that was involved, was there was a lot of back and forth that was being talked on the show. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, slow jabs, sneak disses between the both of them. You know what I'm saying? Now, when Hassan Campbell was, talking to the other people on the panel, he seemed to be fully engaged, but Wack 100 was slowly throwing in little shots here and there. And obviously, Hassan Campbell maybe took an opportunity to go back and reflect on that. And that's where a lot of this, these issues started. This is where the issues began. You know what I mean? What's up, y'all? Make sure you hit that like button. My bad. So the issues began there, and they both separately went to social media on different platforms to diss each other. And the biggest part of it was a rumor about Nipsey Hussle, man. Now, Nipsey Hussle passed away as kind of a young legend, you know what I'm saying? And not as much for his rap prowess or his abilities in the booth, even though he was a dope MC. And I hate when people say this, and I've heard people say this a lot. Like, oh, man, y'all ain't getting to Nipsey Hussle until after he passed. Who? Who are they talking about, bro? Who? Like, bro, me and a group of my friends, we was always Nipsey Hussle fans. I'll say that much to keep it easy. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm talking about when he had the $100 mixtape, the 1,000, all that, dog. Like everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know who they be talking about, man. But you know, like Nipsey Hussle's type of his brand of music would be my brand of music. I'll say that much, right? But with all that being said, during their back and forth, some things were revealed by Hassan Campbell that were never supposed to get out there about Nipsey Hussle, according to what Wack 100 said. Now, Hassan Campbell was saying everything he had to say and revealing his truth and telling all these things on YouTube. Wack 100 was using Clubhouse to talk about the things that went down and to explain exactly what was going down on his end, right? Now, Clubhouse and YouTube, they work together. So all these videos spawned a whole, I don't know, a firestorm, it was like it snowballed out of control. That's the way I should probably put it. It just started to take on a life of its own. And it was pretty crazy to watch, man, because these two cats who are kind of not really, well, to be real, Hassan Campbell is well known on YouTube. And Wack 100 is well known. They both had names before this. But the level of attention and articles that they've gotten this week after this situation is crazy, man. It's crazy, to say the least. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button if you're in here. But, man, so this gets to this point. What exactly was said? Now, I won't take any aim or diss anybody for what they do in their private life. You know what I'm saying? It's none of my business. What Nipsey Hussle does in his private life when he was here, that's his business. You know what I mean? The thing is, it seemed like a way to try to damage his image or damage his legacy for those who are weak-minded enough to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they shouldn't. Because regardless, it's his personal business. Then the second part is, we don't even know if it's true or not. Let's keep it real. Just because somebody says it doesn't mean that it's true. You know what I mean? And I wanted to make sure that I focused on that point. So when Hassan Campbell was playing a conversation, so let's talk about that. So Hassan Campbell went to YouTube, and in the back and forth with Wack 100, he one-upped him. He played a conversation he had recorded between him and Wack 100 around the time of the Super Bowl, right? Where Wack 100 was pretty much spilling the beans on a lot of things behind the scenes, where he essentially said that he had been protecting Nipsey Hussle from, being ousted out the game because of some tape out there that had him in a precarious situation, we'll say, right? I'm trying to use my words colorfully, so or you guys get me, man. You know what I mean? I should say use my words politically or something. You know what I mean? Try to be as political as possible. But that's where, you know what I'm saying, that's really the spawn of this whole thing. But you would think it would have ended there. But it didn't, man. It actually snowballed from there into something even worse, to where these cats were going at each other's head. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the actual story of this situation and how this might have had an effect on Nipsey Hussle's estate and family. Now, none of this has been proven true either. So please take that with a grain of salt. But there was also rumors out there that there was some alleged extortion or potential extortion. Like I said, that has not been proven or founded, so don't hold me to that, and don't hold anybody else to that. That's just a rumor that was out there. But either way, hip-hop, came together. I should say the rap community came together and were not for it, man. They were just like, nah, man, we ain't with anybody, putting Nipsey out there like that. Now, this headline is from a story I want to talk about. It says, Wack 100 under fire for claiming he's in possession of a involving Nipsey Hussle. Now, I had to blur that because two of those words are, when they're next to each other, it can send off some alarms. So it was a tape involving Nipsey Hussle, allegedly, right? Now, in the story, it goes on to say this, man. Now, it says, here we go. And my bad if I'm neglecting the chat, but please don't neglect that like button because I really want to get this off, man. Pause. Now, in the story, it says, Wack 100 once again found himself at the center of controversy. On Tuesday, April 19th, podcast host Hassan Campbell played a recording of the veteran music manager during a certain tape allegation involving the late Nipsey Hussle, another man, and the mother of Nip's son, Lauren London. Now, let's stop right there. I think since this article was written, That's been cleared up that it wasn't Lauren London, allegedly in the tape, right? I think even Wack 100 went on Clubhouse and cleared that up and said that, yo, this isn't involving Lauren London, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not sure, is she in control of Nipsey's estate at this time? You see what I'm saying? Is that the truth? Like, I hear people saying that, running with that, but I don't know if that's facts. And maybe we can do some digging and find out that for real. But the article continues and says this. It says, Campbell said he only knows about the tape because he overheard Nipsey's former manager, Big U, and Wack 100 speaking about it on a three-way call they didn't realize he was on. Now, this is weird, man. If it's a three-way call, sometimes one person might not know that you're on the call, but the person you had the original phone call with is going to know you're on the call. So either if any of this is true, and it was a three-way call between Big U, Wack 100, and Hassan Campbell, was he supposed to be in the background recording or in the background just listening to Wack 100 and Big U talk? Now, in some of the released tapes, you hear some of the things that Wack 100 says about Big U. Now, when we talk about Big U, we're talking about a figure in the music game, and I don't know how to put this politically, but man, or put this gracefully, but you know, he's a guy who's known also in the streets. You know, he has a past in the streets, but it's not, you know, it's not like he doesn't have any reach. I'll say that much. You know, I'm trying to pick my words right here because there's a lot of things around Big U that are extremely positive, like especially when you're talking about the football teams, when you're talking about, you know, the community activism and all those things. But the things in his past that have been talked about are kind of, you know, they're a little scary. I'm going to keep it real, man. You know, there's some real stuff going on there. And he's been a figure in hip-hop for a very long time, to the point where even Suge Knight, a lot of people like that knew who he was. And, you know, I'm not going to say they were scared of him, but they respected his presence. We'll say that because there's a certain organization he's allegedly tied to, and this isn't facts, so don't hold me to this, even though a lot of people are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. That's rather large in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? So we'll say that much, right? And allegedly, he was the person that was on the phone with Wack 100. Now, according to this story, they're saying that as well. Now, that's a picture right there of Nipsey and Big U. Big U and Nipsey, man, they go back to the beginning of his career because he was a manager for Nipsey Hussle, right? And he helped usher him into the game. Even though Nipsey Hussle eventually went off on his own thing to do his own thing, it seemed like they were always cool. Until after he passed away, there were rumors swirling around from the day or the week that he passed away. I remember videos coming out immediately about, you know, rumors around this situation. Now, I'm not going to delve into any of that, but you guys understand the implications there. Now, the story also goes on to say these things right here. It says he also alleged Big U and Wack 100, and when they say he, they're talking about Hassan Campbell. He also alleged Big U and Wack 100 tried to use the tape to extort London for 30% of Nip's estate. Now, this is where Lauren London plays into the situation. Now, according to this story, and according to some of the rumors online, and according to what they're saying that Hassan Campbell said, that Big U and Wack 100, or at least Big U, was plotting to extort Lauren London for 30% of Nipsey Hussle's estate. Now, for what reason he would think he'd have rights to Nipsey's estate, I don't understand, man. I don't get that part of it. Hey, my bad. I got to stop for the super chat. But Heart Breaks Bones, thanks for the super chat, the $2 super chat. I suspect Hearts Breaks Bones says this. I suspect they either thought they hung up. Yeah, that's a possibility. They probably that you could be stuck on a three-way as even back in the day. Oh man, y'all wildin'. Make sure everybody stop right now. Let's stop. Everybody hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button. Everybody hit the like button right now. If you get a chance to. I appreciate it. But Heart Breaks Bones, you are 100% correct. I remember on old school phones, you could do that. You could actually think you hung up on somebody off a three-way and think that you're talking to somebody else. And then there's a potential for that. People do that all the time. That's true. That's true. He could have still been lagging on the call. And if he was already on the call when he was recording it, that makes it possible that they thought, okay, he's off the phone. Let's talk about this plan right here. That's a possibility. Not saying it happened, but that's a good point. Thanks again, Hearts Breaks Bones, for the $2 super chat. And if y'all want something to come out immediately or want me to jump on it immediately, make sure you super chat it in. But man, let's get back to the story. So in the story, they talk about the extortion attempt. So I don't know. That's a bold claim. You know, to say that somebody would try to go after Lauren London, you know, she's in Hollywood. And I know it's not outside of Hollywood for people to be extorted and stuff before, or, you know, even blackmail per se. I'm not saying this was blackmail, but I don't know, man. I can't see her going for that. And I can't see anybody. I'm sure she has a team. And I'm sure people around Nipsey's estate, especially when you factor in Marathon Clothing, the movies and stuff that are supposed to be coming out, his estate probably is worth a lot of money, man. And his catalog went through the roof after he passed away. There's probably a team of people working, including lawyers. So I don't know how this plan would ever work. But in the recording, you know, you can clearly hear some of these claims being made. Now, also in the recording, according to this story, Wack 100 talked about how Nipsey was messing with a dude and claimed he was saving with his career. Now, that's what he was implying, you know? And to be real, what I heard was alleged about Nipsey without going into exact details about the dude, the other dude and the lady or whatever. Did it sound a little awkward? Yeah, man. Like, you know, I don't get down like that, so I don't want y'all to think that. But the fact, I mean, the way it was being portrayed didn't seem like the same thing that was being said on several different platforms. Even Wack 100 described the event that was on the alleged tape differently. And I gotta foot stomp the fact that this is alleged because, come on, man. Like, I thought when he said somebody in New Jersey had it, I didn't realize who he was talking about. I don't know who he was talking about. Isn't that what he said? So correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, bro. But isn't that what he said, that somebody in New Jersey had it? Like, how in the world would that person get access to such a thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what, Nipsey was texting this to somebody? And that's why I wanted to talk about this earlier. Like, this whole thing, I've been watching this play out all week, right? And I am a skeptic, man. Man, if you want to talk about somebody who's skeptical about everything, that is me. And I think it helps to be a better blogger, you know what I'm saying? When you really want to dig deep, or when you find a lie and you dig even deeper, you know what I'm saying? If that's a tip that'll help somebody in the future, hopefully it does. But man, I'm skeptical about everything. So when I initially heard all this, I was like, I don't know, man, this is far out. This is pretty wild, you know, to say the least. But as the week went through and I saw them going back and forth and getting into it with each other, I was under the impression like, man, this really, really might be a real thing. And that's where people were taking it from there. Now, eventually, people started to lash out because especially when you have somebody who passes away in such a way when they were already being praised. Remember, prior to Nipsey Hussle being shot and killed by Eric Holder, allegedly shot by Eric Holder, right? I'm not sure. I wasn't there, even though I seen the tape or whatever, you know what I mean? Prior to that situation, Nipsey Hussle's campaign was looking good. Like his branding, him and Lauren London on the cover of GQ, I think that was only like 2 weeks before that. He was on a whole media tour. I think the album had just recently dropped or whatever, man. It was going good, man. And people from all over were feeling that love and respect for Nipsey. You know, he was really getting that love. So to have that person taken like that, boom, at that moment, that's the everlasting impression. You know what I'm saying? It would have to be something really crazy for us to turn on him at that situation. And this tape ain't that. You know what I'm saying? It just, or if there really is a tape, the alleged tape, it ain't that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people were coming out and just saying, you know, let Nipsey rest in peace. And I was full on board with that until it started to spiral out of control and even more rumors started to go. And I was like, all right, somebody got to clear up this cat's name. You know what I mean? Because it seems like the idea is to taint his legacy. And I don't even think that's possible at this time. You know what I mean? Now, my bad. I've been neglecting the chat and going off on a tangent. And I love to make this an interactive experience. So y'all do me a favor. Make sure y'all hit that like button. And y'all said, how is this goofy? All right, man, let me continue on. Now, this story ends by saying, it ends by saying these things. It says, after the clip was reposted to Neighborhood Talk's Instagram account, comments poured in shaming Wack 100 over the allegations. In quotation, they say, somebody said, let Nip rest peacefully. Wack is super whack from this, and a lot of dissing. Now, I don't want to make this a hate on Wack 100 thing, because if he thought he was talking in privacy, yeah, that's one thing. You know, I got to factor that in. You know, he didn't know that he was going to be recorded and this would get out. And if it was something he was really keeping a secret and he was genuine about that, that's different. The fact that he told somebody that didn't need to know is a little troubling, man. I'm going to keep it real. But I see both sides in this. I see both sides in this for real. And I'm just watching it play out, because at first I thought this was some promo type stuff. I thought this was some WWE back and forth just to get some views and stuff like that. But once they both started to get on the defensive, I started to understand we were looking at something much more than that. You know what I'm saying? We were looking at these cats literally going at war with each other on social media. So let's talk about this, man. Since we talked about the alleged extortion in that story, right? Let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about Wack 100 and his actions after the podcast. So during the podcast, and let me take this off Nipsey for a second, man. You know what I'm saying? My dog, man. Rest in peace to Nipsey regardless, man. And I ain't know him, so we ain't going there, but, you know, there we go. Put Wack 100 up there. All right. So Wack 100, since the podcast, has said a lot, man. And to the point where DJ Academics, who originally had the podcast where they were both talking, and, you know, where they were kind of sneak dissing each other, brought both of them back on to, I believe, a live stream or a Twitch. And in that live stream or Twitch, they got into it again. So let's actually look at some of that, man. Let's actually look at the first part of that. And let me bring this up for you guys. My bad. Boom.
Keep it real, bro.
No, I didn't hear that part. I didn't hear that part.
We can meet behind the scenes. All the talking on the internet.
Yeah, because you know, nigga, you didn't want it. You didn't want it. You did not want it.
I want it now.
You didn't want it.
I want it now.
You didn't want it.
You wasn't bringing it.
What you mean?
No,
I disrespected you 5-6 times.
Oh, you disrespect?
It's on the screen.
So nigga,
calling you weirdos. Asking you about you and your ass. Telling you liked it.
Yo, man. Woo. Man, that last line there, bruh. Now, man, how do I say this? Okay, let's say it like this. Hassan Campbell has an interesting history as far as hip-hop music and being a blogger is concerned. Several issues in his past have come up that he's brought up himself. That included other people within the hip-hop community that I'm not going to touch on in this video. Now, what Wack 100 was relating to in the end of that video is some of those issues that Hassan Campbell has talked about openly. I'm not trying to shame him in any way, and I am definitely sympathetic and empathetic to his situation. You feel me? Now, the way that they're talking to each other is so disrespectful that they keep trying to one-up each other. So let's see what I'm saying, man. Check this out.
Keep it real, bro.
No, I didn't hear that part. I didn't hear that part.
We can meet behind the scenes. All the talking on the internet.
Yeah, because you know, nigga, you didn't want it. You didn't want it. You did not want it.
I want it now.
You didn't want it.
I want it now.
You didn't want it.
You wasn't bringing it.
What you mean?
No,
I disrespected you 5-6 times.
Oh, you disrespect?
It's on the screen.
So nigga,
calling you weirdos. Asking you about you and your ass. Telling you liked it.
Hey, yo, man, that's wild, bro. That's wild. Now, to be real, I mean, they're both flying off the handle to a point. You know what I mean? They're going at each other wild. Like, the back and forth between them is wild, but it didn't end there, man. Let's actually show a little bit more of that. But to be real, for some context as well, they both were elevating that argument. You know what I mean? You had Hassan Campbell, who was holding his own. He wasn't backing down or anything like that. You know what I mean? He was letting it be known that, yo, dog, like, yo, I'm getting at you now. So what's up? And they talking to each other. It's almost like the Soulja Boy Famous Dex video, where they're not even in the same room, but they talking like they're going to take off on each other. You know what I'm saying? Which is probably not a possibility at the time. So let's look at, I actually had a part 2 to that I want to show as well. So let me bring that up real quick. So you guys can check part 2 to that.
You said it like that?
6ix9ine ain't doing
that. Them
telling you 6ix9ine. That's why you studying. Because I seen it in your eyes. I seen it in your eyes. I seen them in your eyes. Just is so back to your spine.
You a dead man walking.
That's cool. I'm with that.
And you
I'm with. Bring it.
You a dead man walking.
But why you crying about niggas coming to your house? Why you reporting?
Now, in that part, it got even crazier because you had Hassan Campbell basically tell Wack 100 that he was a dead man walking. Those are his words, not mine. And he said a certain organization was going to push his wig back. Now, what's crazy is you had Wack 100 just kind of brushing that off, man. Letting it be known that, yo, this isn't going to bother me. Like, that don't bother me. I ain't worried about none of that. So maybe Wack 100 has some security or he feels secure in his situation and these situations that he gets on online. Like, I get on Clubhouse all the time, but I always play the background. You know what I'm saying? I'm always in the cut, just listening to conversations. Because you'll be surprised when you hear what you hear sometimes and, you know, how 2 and 2 add up sometimes as well. So I sit in the back and Wack 100 makes his way to a lot of rooms. And he gets into it with a lot of people. When I mean a lot, I'm talking about a lot. From the cats at New York, you know what I'm saying? People in New York who say that they're certified street dudes. Dudes from LA who say that they're certified street dudes. And he remains unbothered, which is wild, man. And that's what blows me away about this clip. So I'm gonna run it back one more time for y'all.
You said it like that?
6ix9ine ain't doing that. Them telling you 6ix9ine. That's why you studying. Because I seen it in your eyes. I seen them in your eyes. I seen them in your eyes. Just is so back to your spine.
You a dead man walking.
That's cool. I'm with that.
And you
I'm with. Bring it.
You a dead man walking.
But why you crying about niggas coming to your house? Why you reporting?
Like I said, he said, yo, you a dead man walking, man. Now that's a lot to say. I don't know why Hassan Campbell feels that way or if he knows something that the rest of us don't. Oh, man, y'all wildin', man. Hey, do me a favor. Everybody in here, make sure you hit that like button right now. Run them likes up, run them likes up. We should be at 800, maybe even 700 likes right now. You know what I mean? And my bad for neglecting the chat. Hassan knows he doesn't call any shots, is what y'all saying? Okay, when it comes to Wack 100, I even get confused sometimes. You know what I mean? Because based on a lot of the things that Wack 100 says and what he alludes to, you would consider him one of the big dogs out in the West Coast. You would think that Wack 100 is legit out here calling big boy shots and making things happen. You know what I mean? And oftentimes, I hear the opposite from people who are from California. You know, a lot of people talk about where he's from, which doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? I know that for a fact. And I know where he's from for a fact. And I know that area. I know a lot of, you know, a lot of that doesn't add up to him not being a shot caller, I'll say, on the streets. And that's such a cliche term, especially from the time they made that movie called Shot Caller. It kind of dumbed it down or whatever. But the way that Wack 100 talks out there, you know, you would think that he's a big boy on the West Coast, and everybody treats him like that. So most people act accordingly. What we have here is Hassan Campbell openly challenging that narrative. You know what I'm saying? Saying, yo, dog, I don't think you about that, and I think you got bigger issues, you know, to worry about than what's going on with Nipsey, and I'm going to expose you. So he put out the tape. Now, when he put out the tape, like I said, that thing caught fire, man, and this has been the trending topic all week. And there's been so many different narratives spun off of this, like different, you know, people pointing different fingers at who could be responsible for Nipsey's death and stuff like that, even though, you know, they have somebody in custody. But, man, Wack 100 and Big U's names have been thrown around a lot. Now, I'm not saying they had any involvement. I'm definitely not saying that, you know what I mean? But, man, it seems like these stories are getting crazier and crazier as the days go by. Now, with that, and with Big U's name getting thrown all in this, Big U came out to speak on his behalf. Now, he dropped a video on live, and then he decided to make it a story post, or excuse me, a main post on his main page. And let's actually look at that, man. Let's look at Big U's video, man, that he dropped about this situation and all the rumors that's swirling around it, right?
We working. We working. Y'all make sure y'all don't stop watching now. That thing just got shaved. Yo, Gab, what up with it? No, I want them to keep my name out their mouth. I want them to keep my name in their mouth. That's how I get the check. I'm like Cat Williams, man. If you ain't got nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me. That's how I get the check, man. So I get the check. They say if they ain't talking about you, you ain't doing nothing. I'm developing options, man. I'm about to go do some more work right here. We just got another deal for the media outlet, for the media company. Chalk one up. About to start this new project. Start filming this new project. A new documentary we're going to be working on. I can tell y'all the name because it's been funded already, but I ain't telling y'all. Make y'all figure it out. Y'all like to listen. Y'all like listening to nonsense and stupidity. But then what's crazy when none of it don't prove to be nothing, you don't apologize. So why the should I address it? Y'all are so stupid. And all you people just go with whatever is first thing on your mind. Man, I like that backpack.
Okay, now at that point he goes to kind of repeating what he had said previously, but it seems like Big U is unbothered with this situation because he goes on to talk about how his media company is kind of benefiting off of this because people are saying his name. Excuse me. Now, could all that be a ruse because he might be feeling some type of pressure? You'll never know. You know what I mean? But in that video, he seemed unbothered. And he posted it. So it let me know that maybe he is unbothered. Maybe he doesn't care about this that's going on online because maybe in the back of his head, he realizes that it's all cap. Like, maybe there's a possibility that it's all cap. You know what I mean? Yeah, I see. Yeah. And I'm in the chat a little bit, man. Y'all do me a favor, though. Everybody in here right now, make sure you hit that like button. Like, we should be at 800, 900 likes right now, man. Hit that like button. But what do y'all think about Big U's response? Do you think that it's a possibility that he already knows in the back of his mind that this is all cap, so he just leaves it alone? Or could he just be putting that out there as, like I said, like a ruse to let people think that he's all right, but really he's like, oh man, I hope they ain't on me. You know what I'm saying? What up, 256? I see you. Yeah, it's a crazy situation, man. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know how to take it when all this information started flying out there because it was coming out quick. And it seemed like DJ Academics for his, he was trying to quell shit, like the whole back and forth between Hassan Campbell and Wack 100, because it seemed like they were going to be working on a podcast together. I don't even think that's a possibility at this time, though. I think it's gone to the point where they've disrespected each other at such a level that even if this was, let's say this was some WWE type stuff and it wasn't real, some of those things you wouldn't even let somebody joke with you to say. You know what I'm saying? There's a line. There's definitely a line there. You know what I'm saying? And it was obvious that line was crossed. Now, will these two get to the fisticuffs? Nah, man. Hassan Campbell's in New York. Wack 100 is in LA. But it seems like, regardless of all those details, man, something definitely went on between them that we're not seeing. I mean, it seemed like it went from 0 to 100 super duper quick. Yeah, Wack 100 was dissing him a little bit on the show, on the podcast, DJ Academics Off the Record. But for it to get to this extent, you know what I'm saying, to where the next time that they get online to where they dissing each other that bad is another thing. And what's interesting is Wack 100 never addresses the fact that, yo, doc, that videotape or those things that I said about Nipsey, you know, I don't have any problem with the dude or anything like that. You know, I think he's maybe said that once on one. So let me rephrase that. Wack 100, he said it before, but it just seems like he's got something for Nipsey. It always comes out like that. Because even in the news story that I was reading, they talk about that. They talk about the last time that he had a little situation around Nipsey. It was where people took it as a diss back in 2019, where Wack 100 was, I guess he was in town for the game's 40th birthday, and he was leaving somewhere, maybe the airport, and TMZ ran across him, and they asked him some questions. They was like, what did they ask him? They asked him something, let me see in the story. It says, they said they asked him, did Nip die a legend? And Wack 100 said that he wasn't a legend. And his justification for that was that, what's a legend? And he said, define a legend. He said, let's keep it real. If Dr. Dre died right now, we'd say we lost a legend, right? Based upon what? Numbers, right? Body of work, right? How many albums did Nipsey drop? 1, right? This is not no personal stuff. This is real. So basically, a lot of people took that and ran with it and used that as saying he was dissing Nipsey. Now, to be real, there's stories about him and Nipsey getting into it prior to that. And I think somebody came out this week on Clubhouse and talked about that. I think it was somebody who was close to the Nipsey, a guy by the name of J-Rock, and there's rumors that J-Rock and Wack 100 got into a physical altercation, you know, and a lot of people have played that video. I even did a video about that back in the day. And you never see anybody get hit. So nobody knows what went down. But according to him, it seemed like Nipsey, you know, had already approached Wack. So is it possible that Wack 100 could have, you know, something in the back of his mind about Nipsey? So anytime he brings him up, he disses him? Yeah. And when it comes to West Coast cats, man, I'll be for real. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to cats, sometimes, you know, and Chicago, man, it's just a hip-hop thing. Sometimes when you have people that you don't rock with, even when they're gone, you don't rock with them. We'll say that. But it's a hip-hop thing. Maybe it's just a people thing. I guess I can't even put that on the genre because regular people have that. And the thing is that Wack 100, he's under a microscope. He's in the public eye. So people take what he says, you know, and run with it, as they should, kind of, because that's what helps fuel the whole thing that they call the music industry and entertainment, to be real. And the better part of me believes that Wack even knows that. You know what I mean? My bad for neglecting the chat, everyone. And somebody dissing Nip. Oh, man, nah, man. I rock with Nip, and I'd have every, man, I rock with Nip regardless. You feel me? Don't feed into the BS. Yep, I agree. Just say no to Sco. What up, man? I see you. Uh-huh. Okay. Jackson, Mississippi, I see you. What up? Wack is the new Karen. Y'all funny, man. That's funny. That's not me saying that. That's somebody in the chat, and I'm not dissing Wack, man. I think Wack, as a manager, is probably one of the best, bro. I think he's got that Dame Dash style of scorched earth management, I want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Where he don't care what it is. If it ain't about, if it has anything that's not positively affecting his people. You know what I'm saying? He'll do whatever for his people to make it to the top and essentially help himself make it to the top. You know what I'm saying? I think Wack 100 is a very talented manager in that aspect. And he knows how to navigate through the music industry based on the total video when you listen to him and DJ Academics' discussion. And Academics is a smart dude when it comes to a lot of those things. You know what I mean? And this ain't me riding their coattails and giving them too much props, man. I ain't riding jock, dog. I'm just really looking at things and listening. Like I said, man, I play in the cut in Clubhouse and all over the place just to listen to exactly what people say and to pick it apart and get the real meaning behind the words. You know what I mean? Now, Another part of this, before I close this whole section out about this whole Wack 100 Hassan Campbell situation, is this, man. I wanted to play what Bosco 100 said, man, because he made a video too, man. And I thought that this says everything that you would need to know about Bosco 100 and his personality online. And since everybody else was making videos, he felt the need to say something on Instagram, and he said this.
Who give a what Wack said about Nipsey, blood? Nipsey is already who he is. Nipsey is gone. Nipsey gonna be whatever legacy he left on the world is already set in stone. Like, blood, nobody give a fuck about these what these is talking about. You could say whatever now. Whatever he was to the world when he died is what he gonna be. And that's it. Coming trying to taint the legacy and hate on the name. Like, bro, that don't mean nothing. And this Hassan Campbell, blood, you was a snake too. You was sitting there recording the conversation. You was talking to a snake and you didn't know blood was gonna snake you, but you already was a snake in your own mind. You was already planning to snake him. So it's just a snake eat snake world, blood. Y'all, rest in peace, Nip, though.
Now, Bosco had an interesting take there. His whole take was, you know, at the end, where he said it, where it really struck home. He said, you really had two people trying to snake each other out. Now, I don't know if that was their initial thoughts about this, because I think sometimes with Hassan Campbell, he be really trying to, you know, when he says things, I feel like it comes from a good place. Now, I don't know that for a fact. I don't know the dude. But a lot of the things he says, right or wrong, I think he thinks he's the good guy in the situation. I'll say that. That's a better way of saying it, right? And with Wack 100, I don't think he cares about being the good or the bad guy. He just wants to be the guy in the right. You know what I'm saying? The guy who's right. Even right or wrong, you know, from public perception. And I think that's where the heads clash. Now, Bosco also said that, you know, Hassan Campbell did record him. So, you know what I'm saying? That says a little something on his end. Like, he did record the conversation. I mean, that is a little awkward. But Hassan Campbell went online to say this. He said he was talking to somebody he knew, you know, he felt was a little shady or a little janky on their end anyway, so he felt the need to record it. You know what I mean? The only thing about that is, and the reason why I haven't played the recording is, isn't it true? And y'all tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. In certain states, you have to notify somebody if you record them, right? Like, you can't just record them and release that. Like, you can't, like, certain states you have to notify. Like, there's states where you don't have to notify people. But I don't know if both of those states are those states or not. But y'all correct me and tell me if I'm right. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I don't know how that'll play out in the long run. We'll say that much, right? Oh, man. Y'all, everybody, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Avenue. Okay, what up? What up? Phoenix, what's up? What's up? You said Hassan Campbell isn't even... What? I always thought he was. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to repeat that, but, you know... He's talking about his race, you know. I don't know, you know. You look like a brother to me, you know. He close enough. He seem all right. He seem all right. My bad. But yeah, but with all that said, and just to close this segment out, before we talk about Lil Jay, and Lil Jay's gonna be real quick because we're just gonna talk about how he's beasting out here, man. Yo, to be real, it looks like there's been a line drawn in the sand between those folks who are rocking with Hassan Campbell and those people who are rocking with Wack 100. Separately, it seems like there's a campaign out there where people are like, yo, man, they kind of not feeling Wack and Big U right now. You know what I mean? Now, Big U, I think, got thrown into this just based off the recording. You know, it was a recording. I don't think he did anything on his end to where he needed to be involved in this, but it was just like, you know, like I said, scorched earth type of deal. Like, you have Hassan Campbell, when he put that out, there was a lot of other people who were being dissed as well. And there was a story from onsmash.com where they talk about a list of names. They said, as far as the phone call, they said that Wack 100 disrespects Nori, Adam 22, Gilly, and Wallow in a leak call. Now, what I don't get is, if you were to ask me prior to this situation, I would say all of those people, Gilly and Wallow, Nori, Adam 22, they all seem to have a good relationship with Wack 100. So I don't know if they're looking too much into this as possible, but they use Hassan Campbell's leaked phone call as the catalyst for this argument, I should say, right? Yeah. And I don't know, man. Do you think that leaked phone call will have any lasting impression on Wack 100's career? Or do you feel like, man, it's just one of these things in hip-hop where we'll probably be over it in another week or so? Feel me? So California is a 2-consent state? I seen somebody post that. Chestnut checker. Okay. So California is a 2-party consent state according to y'all. So you should you have to let somebody know in California if you're going to record them or not. Interesting. Yeah, that can have some back end problems for people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Blogger or not, you have to be a man of code. I agree with that. You got to have a code, man. Just as long as you don't break your code for nobody, I dig it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with that. He said it's up. Yeah, it's up. It's up. It's definitely up between those two, between Wack 100 and Hassan Campbell for sure, man. But I just wanted to leave this topic on that, man, before we venture off to our last topic and discuss something else, man. Also, y'all tell me in the chat what y'all think about Bosco's opinion, man. Do you think he nailed it and knocked it out the park? And let's bring up Lil Jay. So let's talk about Lil Jay. Lil Jay. Now, Lil Jay is a rapper from, and let's do this. Lil Jay background. Let's show him the proper respects and give him a background too. There we go. All right. So Lil Jay, man. Lil Jay is a rapper from Chicago who got locked up about 7 years ago and got released about 1 week ago. 1 week ago. Remember that, right? Now, a lot of people have been using this as an opportunity to talk about how a rapper should handle their rollout after a long stint in jail. And using Lil Jay, and my bad, I still got Wack 100 in them up there. Let me take that down. A lot of people have been using Lil Jay as an example of how to handle a rollout, and a positive example, because it's easy for a rapper to get locked up, come out of jail, and just go by the wayside. We see it happen a lot of times. A lot of people have said that about Bobby Smurder. Even though, let's be for real, and I did a video when Bobby Smurder came out of jail. Like, I remember the rollout. You had Madison Square Garden. They put a billboard out there. There were billboards out there everywhere. People were showing Bobby Smurder a lot of love when he got out. Like, let's be for real. If he would have came out and dropped song after song after song right when he got out, it would have went up. You know what I'm saying? It'd have been all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, no problems. But he took a slower path to getting back into the rap game. And then when he did drop some music, it was more on the commercial side. He was more commercially appealing. You know, he was doing a lot of dancing. A lot of people had an issue with that. I didn't, because, you know, a lot of people made some good points about that in the hip-hop community. I love the fact that he came out with a positive attitude and was about dancing, because he was about dancing before he got locked up. So no need to come out and be about drill, 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 kill, 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 right? Now, Lil Jay took an opposite approach. Lil Jay came out dissing. He came out immediately, but like all on some drill stuff immediately. And the crazy part about it, the plot twist in all this, it has proved successful for him. Lil Jay has had a video that he put out first day out, and I think it was called First Cloud Out. And actually, man, let's play that video. Let's play the very first video, the very first day of Lil Jay getting out of jail.
You off that blood?
Huh?
You off, you still on?
Oh no. Yeah. Double O back, yeah. Yeah, look, they going crazy. Yeah.
Now, that was the day he came out. And, you know, social media was going a little wild, but it wasn't anything like Bobby Smurder. I'm going to be real. It was nothing like Bobby Smurder. But when it came time to dropping music, Lil Jay didn't take a step back and say, all right, man, let me wait to make sure this is. No, he got immediately in the studio, and it's been, like I said, successful for him. Because as you can see, Lil Jay is currently trending. I think his first song that he dropped was called First Cloud Out. And on that song, it was trending at number 6, number 5, and it might be trending number 4 right now on YouTube. So that goes to show maybe the slow and easy approach isn't always the approach to take. And where you would tell an artist, yo, man, don't get out there and get to talking about drilling and all that wild stuff, man. You know, you just got out of jail. That might not be the best thing for everybody's career, right? Because in Lil Jay's situation, man, he's already racked up millions and millions of views. Now, people were saying that before he got locked up, he was always getting hundreds of thousands of millions of views. He's got a video with 12 million views. I think that's his biggest one or not. Pause on that. But yo, first day clout, yeah, I think it's here it is. It's number 5 right now on the trending page. And this is what's really crazy. He had a video that was basically him showcasing him in the process of making his Clout 3 mixtape. I think it's called Clout 3. And that was trending on the Now page so he had 2 videos trending within a week of dropping. And that seems like a way of showing how to do it, man. Lil Jay was out here killing it, man. Now, I know a lot of Chicago fans, a lot of people from Chicago are already familiar with Lil Jay and going to know and expect him to do big numbers, but I don't think anybody expect him to explode back on the scene like this. That's crazy, right? Yeah. Yeah, he was going crazy before he got locked up. I will say that. But, man, to come back full steam ahead and to be dissing, it's wild, man. It's amazing to see. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think that Lil Jay's approach, as opposed to Bobby Shmurda's approach, and let's be real, Bobby Shmurda was a way bigger star, but it seems like Lil Jay, for some reason, maybe it's even it's a lot of things, because he's got a Say Cheese interview that's broken into a lot of parts that's going viral. A lot of those clips are going viral, you know, because he's talking about a lot of delicate issues in Chicago's drill rap history. And a lot of it's come to light about some things like FBG Butta. He's talked about King Von, a lot of people. Now, some of the things that he says, I think is cap, but I think, you know, regardless of that, it's led to those videos going viral. Y'all wildin', man. Y'all wildin' in the chat. I see y'all. Okay, man. Before we wrap it up here, let me get in the chat one last time. All right, man. Yeah, relatively long show today, man. Usually I like to keep it between 35 and 45 minutes, but I really wanted to talk about the Wack 100 situation with Hassan Campbell. I really wanted to talk about that. And I thought the best way to do that, you know, was the best way to do that was to go and tell the whole story as far as how I seen things. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to end it by giving Lil Jay his props because I think his rollout was genius this time, you know? Or just his rollout was genius, you know what I mean? Because I think this is his first time getting out of jail for such a long stint. But with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Everybody, if you're in here right now, we should be way above that in likes. Make sure on your way out, you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I'm going live or every time I drop this hot content. And do me a favor, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure if I didn't get to shout you out this week, I'll shout you out next week, next Saturday, same time, same channel. You know what I mean? And we out of here. Peace. Once again, shout out to chat. Appreciate everybody who showed up this week.